Hey guys, John from our Hodgepodge Homestead. Today we're getting ready to move these chickens out to their brooder that'll be outside. We've had them, this is the beginning of our second week with them. And if you saw them in the first video, they are getting pretty big already. I mean, that's a chicken nugget. Oh my goodness, okay, you're okay, you're okay. So I ended up having to split them up into 2 totes, which is what we always have to do. They started out 25 of them in 1 tote with plenty of room.
And this is like an oversized, it's not your normal like typical tote size like that one. These are like double the size.
Yeah, I think these are, what, almost 3 feet long probably. But anyway, what we're gonna do is I'm going to take this heat lamp out and put it out in the brooder with the other heat lamp that stays out there. And then I'm gonna transfer all these birds into 1 tote. And then we're gonna haul them outside and I'll show you where they're gonna live for probably another 2 to 3 weeks. And then
depending on how fast they grow, right?
The temperatures outside. Depending on that will be 3, 4, 5 weeks. And then their last 3 weeks, they'll be in the chicken tractor outside. So let me get these birds moved over and we'll get them outside. Be right back with you. Okay guys, so we got kind of cramped conditions in here. Heather's standing outside. This is an old railroad shed. It was here when we bought the place, but it's turned out to be a pretty good chicken brooder. So what I do is underneath this shelf, I've got a couple hooks, and I just hook the lamp from some chain. Ouch.
I'll show them after you get it hooked up. So
I hang one a little lower than the other one, and I always zip tie my wires. And I'm not wearing my glasses. There we go. And I'll zip tie it up high. This is where it's going to plug in at. The cool thing about this building is there's vents. It vents on the top, both tops, and on the bottom. So there's a good airflow coming through here. So what I'm going to do is these chickens are still in the house. I'm going to turn this on. Let it heat up a little bit in there. But then if you look down inside, hold on a second. If you look down inside here, I've got little braces I made. This is what the waters and the feeders will sit on. And then as they get a little bigger, I'll hang feeders from the ceiling. And same with the waters.
But they'll definitely have a lot more room in here.
Yeah, they will.
To grow over the next few weeks.
And when it gets hot, they can move away from the heat. But when they want the heat, it's right there. So I'll let this stay on for a little while. What I've got in here is this bin right here holds bedding, pine shavings, and then I'll put another one right here that'll hold their feed.
That'll be sealed.
It'll be a metal container because we got mice, we got rats. Unfortunately, I'm trying to get rid of the rats, but they're smart. All right, we're gonna go in and transfer these chickens into 1 bin, and then I'll carry them out here and show you what they look like when they're in there. All right, so they're getting ready to go in their fresh environment. A little chilly today. It's in the, do you think it's even 40 degrees yet today?
It's supposed to be 56 today, but I don't know if it's there yet.
See, they know to go to that heat. Oh, relax.
Oh, that's a boisterous one.
And see, like I said in our last video on these chickens, now's a good time to look at them. You know, to make sure that they don't have any anything nasty on their back end caught up. Oh,
ooh, or she won't fly away.
All right. Well, that's a big one right here.
Probably a rooster, huh?
Mhm.
Oh, they're so loud. Yeah, they're definitely finding that heat, aren't they?
Yep.
They'll like their new home. They got lots more room to roam.
All right, here they are in their brooder. Like I said, they'll be in here for 2 or 3 weeks, depending on the weather. Maybe another week. I don't know. But I just don't want to put them outside too early. They'll have heat lamps in their chicken tractor too if we need to have them, but I just assume not. Once we get to days where maybe we're getting above 50, I'll come in and I'll unplug one light. So if they only have one, just to start acclimating them to the cooler weather. And then hopefully we can get them out on the ground in the chicken tractor, which after we do the chicken tractor, it's probably what, 7? Did I build that when we came here, or did I bring that from Wheeler Road?
I don't remember. I
brought
think
it.
you brought
Yeah, I
it
think I
because
brought
we
it, but-
used it there, but you rebuilt it here. Like
Yeah, I have to
refixed
revamp
it.
the wheels on it. They've just gotten to the point where they're not any good anymore. The bracing is, and I've got to put a few new braces on it and all that. But I'll show you that process when we get to the point where we're doing that. Okay, so anyway, once I get to the point where I can get them outside, they'll be in a chicken tractor. I put a nice heavy-duty tarp over most of it so that they're shaded from the sun, but if they want to get out into the sun, they can. And then I've got my waters hang and my feeders hang when they're in there. So but they get moved twice a day, so they're always on fresh grass. They're not laying in their own feces and all that, because that's a terrible life for them. Plus they eat bugs. It does actually cut down on how much I have to feed them. It's better protein for them. They scratch and they dig, and it's amazing how green that grass gets after the first rain, after the chickens have been there. You can definitely see where they've been. But anyway, that's the beginning of week 2 with the chickens. Next week, I'll show you some progress on how big they're getting. And if I've changed, I may even change waters and feeders to larger ones. If they start going through them, they're already going through their waters like 3 times a day, so I probably should do that anyway, just to save on time. But right now, it's good.
Well, changing them more often is good because you're checking on them more too.
Well, yeah. But this has been a real healthy batch of baby birds. And like I said, we get them from TSC. I've never had an issue buying them from TSC before. I used to work for the post office, and a lot of times birds would get mailed through the mail on cold days, and they're in the back of a semi-truck trailer for 20 hours, and there's quite a high mortality rate. So I just soon go to the store and buy mine. But anyway, that's it for today on the chickens. So here at Hodge Podge Homestead, you know what we always say: we love getting our chickens out of the house and into the brooder.
Amen.
And you should too. See you later.